You're going to see now, look how much space these defenders are able to cover now. It has shrunken completely. The Knicks now have changed the scenario from a 5 versus 5 to practically 3 defenders guarding 2. And this is where you're seeing the Knicks have a lot more space to operate. And that's why the team looks much better offensively and the offense looks a lot more fluid. Hey, what's going on? Keith here from Sports Vibes TV. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing some more Immanuel Quickley film just to show you guys how he has been affecting the team, not only, by scoring, but also by facilitating. He's got a few highlights in here where he was able to get some easy baskets for his teammates. So let's start with this first video. This video isn't, this actual clip isn't from the fourth quarter run. This is actually from the second quarter, but you can see even in his first stretch of playing time in the first half, he was able to get Kevin Knox involved. So let's start. Now you're going to see Knox. Knox passes it over to Quickley, and what Quickley is going to do is Quickley is going to attack the paint. And what it's going to do is it's going to draw the attention of a lot of defenders on the court. And this is how it's going to help give, some of these younger Knicks easier opportunities at the basket. So you're going to see Knox's man is going to have to step up because Quickley is a shooter. They don't want Quickley to even get an easy mid-range look. So you're going to see Knox is going to be able to move over, get to the baseline, and have a lot more space to operate. Now watch. And you see Quickley, he's going to attract the attention of 3 different Cavalier defenders, and this leaves Knox open. Now the defender has to rotate, switch out to try to get to him, and it gives Knox the opportunity to drive baseline and score. So now we're going to look at this next play. This play is actually in the fourth quarter, a part of that run that the Knicks went on in order to come back and win the game. As you can see, the Knicks at this moment are down 66-83. Now you're going to see Quickley receive the ball from Toppin. Obi is going to, shield off Quickley's defender to try to give him a little bit more space. And then also there's something that Quickley does on this play that I really want to commend him for as a rookie. Now Quickley swings the ball over. You see Quickley giving directions. Quickley's, as a rookie, he's still telling Mitch what to do, get into position. So Mitch is going to come up. And you're going to see he's going to receive the ball from DSJ, and then DSJ is going to clear out to give a little bit more space. Now Quickley has the ball. You're going to see a screen set by Mitch. And because Quickley is a deadly shooter, we haven't necessarily been able to see him do that in the preseason so far because these defenses, they're reacting to him. And it's what is allowing the Knicks to be a lot more fluid on offense. So now watch. You're going to see Mitch set the screen. Quickley is going to go around the screen, and Thon Maker is going to have to step up to try to make sure that Quickley doesn't get to the basket or get the mid-range jump shot. And you're also going to see, because Quickley is so good of a shooter, now instead of going under screens, defenders are going to have to go over screens, and this is what is getting the Knicks these driving lanes, or at least these head starts, and getting them ahead of their defenders. So now they can start getting penetration and causing the defense to collapse. So now you'll see, and like I said before, Thon Maker has to step up and stop Quickley from penetrating or getting an easy jump shot. And you're going to see also in my first film review, I gave Knox a little flack because Knox, in one of those plays, he didn't kind of float over to try to give the point guard or the person that was attacking the lane. He didn't try to give them the best opportunity to pass it to him by allowing him to have a more clear and open passing lane. But you'll see in this play, even though Obi doesn't get the ball, Obi has moved to allow Quickley to have an outlet in case that pick and roll isn't available for Mitchell Robinson. And also by Obi moving, look at Obi's defender. Obi's defender has now vacated the paint, and it's going to make it a lot easier for Mitchell Robinson to succeed in this alley-oop attempt. Now, you see, Obi's defender is going to have to vacate the paint. He's not able to rotate over and stop the alley-oop, and Mitchell Robinson has space to feast. And this is how Quickley is impacting the game in ways that aren't necessarily linked to him scoring, even though we saw him have a pretty good game, a pretty explosive scoring output in the last Cavs game. All right, so now let's get into this play. So now you're going to see, I like the way this play just looks, because you're going to see, even though I don't want to associate the triangle with the Knicks, but you're going to see two separate instances of triangles. One, you're going to see the Cleveland defenders, as they're guarding the Knicks, set up somewhat in a triangle. And the Knicks at this moment right now, between, you know, between Quickley, between Mitch, and between RJ, sorry, I'm blind, I had to lean up real quick. You can see that the Knicks are also in a triangle. And as the play progresses, you're going to see how much space the Cavaliers defenders are able to cover defensively. And as the play breaks down, you're going to see exactly what I mean when I say the defense gets broken down and has to collapse. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about visually. Just look at the play and follow along. Now we're going to continue ahead, and there's the amount of space that these defenders are able to cover right now. But you're going to see RJ clear out. And as he clears out, Mitchell Robinson is going to set a pick. And as that happens, you're going to see now, look how much space these defenders are able to cover now. It has shrunken completely. The Knicks now have changed the scenario from a 5 versus 5 to practically 3 defenders guarding 2. And this is where you're seeing the Knicks have a lot more space to operate. And that's why the team looks much better offensively, and the offense looks a lot more fluid. And now you'll see a byproduct of this is Kevin Knox is now wide open. You see much smaller surface area of the court that they're able to cover. And Knox is wide open, and Quickley, you know, being a point guard originally, is able to find him, and he knocks down the shot. And this is how Kevin Knox is slowly but surely starting to get into his groove and starting to get into a rhythm, because Quickley was able to set him up with a few nice, easy shots. So now, as you can see, the Knicks are steadily closing the lead of the Cavaliers. Right now, the game is at 79 to 89, or 79 to 88, my bad. So now in this play, we're going to see once again, Quickley call for the pick. Mitchell Robinson comes. And now you're going to see Mitchell Robinson's defender is going to have to follow him, because watch as Mitchell Robinson sets the pick. And on the backside, you're also going to see Obi, you'll come around baseline and settle right there in the low post. Now watch. So Mitchell Robinson sets the screen, and because Quickley is known to be a deadly shooter, Mitchell Robinson's man has to stop at the free throw line and confront Quickley in order for him to not be able to get a wide open either 3-pointer or a mid-range jump shot. So when Mitchell Robinson's defender does this, you're going to see it's going to create a lot of space for Obi Toppin to pretty much be uncovered. He's wide open at this moment. And because Kevin Knox has also been hitting down his 3-point jump shot, as we saw in the previous play, Kevin Knox's defender is also going to be unable to move backwards and defend Obi. He has to stick with Knox. Look, and Obi is wide open. So you're seeing instances where Quickley is making the game a lot easier for not only himself, but for those on the court around him. And that's pretty much been my mantra since this beginning of the season. I said we were either going to need a point guard or some shooters that are going to make life easier for some of these younger players. And it looks like we might have found that point guard and that shooter in the same person and Quickley. So now let's continue along. Now watch. RJ is going to end up receiving a screen from Mitchell Robinson. And he's going to go baseline and watch Quickley. Quickley's also setting a screen as well. Now, as the play progresses, RJ's going to swing it out to Quickley. And you see the defender right now is off balance, flat-footed. And this allows Quickley to start heading to the basket and trying to get into the paint. And like I said before, when the defense collapses, you're going to see open spaces on the court where these players are going to have good looks and good opportunities. So now watch as Quickley decides to continue into the paint. You're going to see Kevin Knox's man is going to have to rotate over. Well, it's not really a man playing zone, but he's going to rotate over, and it's going to allow Kevin Knox to have a wide open shot. And you pretty much see this time and time again. Even if they don't make the shot, you still see Quickley being able to get them good looks. And if we're able to see this consistently with Immanuel Quickley, then I see no reason he should not be the Knicks starting point guard from now until we decide to re-sign him again in 4 years. He looks like he's a competent point guard. He has the ability to run the offense, and he brings something big to this offense that we are in dire need of, and that is shooting. You guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Once again, I'm Keith, host of Sports Vibes TV, and I'm out.